Indeed, here we go then. Junior Lightweight B final. Marcus Allen lines up on pole alongside it's Joe Craddock. Behind them, Charlie Humphreys and Hudson Gordon Huntley. And it's Dan Hillier and William Henn. Behind them, Alex Brooks and Mario Nacalo. Then Harry Clark, Flame Ericala. Then Edgar Armendariz Bocanegra. Then it's Yonald Mahai, Sammy Davidson, Elliot Baker, Nathan Khan and Alex Soper. Then it's Asa Pinder, Giovanni Cassell Joseph. Then Abkeek Bijou. Then Joshua Greaves and Owen Camber. Then it's Christopher Wilkinson, Harry Gibson and Gracie Muha. Rounds out 24 drivers on the grid for this Junior Lightweight B final. And once again, the top two will be moving on to the A final slightly later on today.
Absolutely.
I can't see the screen again.
It's annoying how the old Earth and Sun thing move in relation to each other.
Away.
You do realise you just gave our producer a heart attack when you said you couldn't see the screen. He thought the,
Sorry,
thought the stream PC had died. But yes, it is a hazard for us. It's a hazard for the drivers, as I say. Sun in their eyes as we're in the dying light here.
More of an annoyance for us.
More of an annoyance for us.
Well, luckily we're not going at 50, 60 miles an hour in here.
Oh, we're not, no. So that is a plus point. Marcus Allen then in the 39. The 51 is Joe Craddock alongside. Who's going to bag the final 2 points? The final 2 positions, excuse me, to get them up into the A final. Away we go for this one. And it's another bolt move.
Already taken out.
And I think that might be reviewed.
There's more contact going on in the middle.
Yeah, it's a full start.
Full start. In the middle of the road for the 41 there. That's never nice.
Yeah,
that was a bit of a scruffy one.
Yeah, it all just turned into a game of...
To be fair to Joe Craddock, that was a fantastic start.
It was a great start.
Ahead and then moved over to the apex to defend, took the perfect line and got ahead. So he's going to be well annoyed about that start because that was perfect.
Yeah, it was great. It was good. It's true. I think for me that was maybe just Dan Hillier, just a little late on the brakes, caused a bit of contact
loading, and then as soon as one person spins, everyone's trying to get out of the way, causes more incidents, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah. As
we've got someone else off as well there. That's down at the hairpin, I think. No, it's not. There's no Branson at the hairpin. That must be Billy's blind.
It is, yeah.
Yes, that's the 39. Trying to get out from it. Of course, our pole sitter, Marcus Allen.
I say, yeah, it's Hillier's braking. It can very much be loading as well. There can be.
There's so many cars that we can't see out of the shot as well.
Yeah, exactly, and you just don't know because it can look like it's someone misjudging braking. But what could be happening is they're pressing the brake pedal, but they've got the motive force of like 20 cars pushing them behind them. Yep. At which point the brake tends to lose the battle.
Yes.
I find so. No, it's a good point actually, mate. Yeah, it's hard to judge exactly where the fault lies with some of these sometimes, but a full start has been called nonetheless. And we will try that one again. And as you say, Joe Craddock will have it all to do.
I've had that happen a couple of times where you're going into a first corner like that and you're heavy on the brake and it's just doing nothing because you've got 5 people behind you.
Yeah.
Just trying to plough their way through. We are good for the start.
Yeah. Away we go then, again. And the 39's not in position. Marcus Allen is not in that pack at the front. It is definitely the 35 leading the way as we go through, and that is a full start again.
Yeah,
we're missing our...
I think there was a bit of confusion there.
Yeah. So I think that was one of those situations where the front 2 drivers go, I haven't got pole. Have you pole? I wasn't pole. Did we go?
That's why you just shush. You don't say anything. Just go, I'm somehow here and I like it.
So they've taken down to 9 minutes now on this race time.
So I can see the sad face on the gantry. Sad face.
It's a good point. If this is the thing, it's your responsibility to find your position in these rolling starts. If you've done your best to find the right position, you've found the right position. If the race starts, no point going, I shouldn't be here. Yeah. Like, it's the other driver's responsibility to get themselves in the right position.
Exactly.
That's always the thing to bear in mind. Right, we're going to try this again. That's better. I can see a Marcus Allen this time. The 39 is your pole sitter. Away we go. Hopefully this time we can keep this one clean and to standard as they head into Billy's blind. And it's still side by side for the lead, and it's still a good start from Joe Craddock. Come what may, and that's brilliant round the outside to to get himself up into an early lead here for the 58 of Joe Craddock. He's going to keep it tight into the hairpin. I don't think he needs to, actually, because he's got a little bit in hand over the chasing pack behind, because our pole sitter of Marcus Allen is under a lot of pressure there from Charlie Humphries from the number 35, but they've managed to close Joe back in the latter portion of this lap. Much cleaner, I have to say, on that first lap. But it is now just down to 9 minutes that these drivers have to switch their positions, which I suppose is a benefit if you're in the top two positions, because that's less time in which someone can deny you of those promotion spots.
Very true, yeah. Joe Craddock won't feel so hard done by about that initial false start. Now he's retaken the lead here.
It must be to 10 minutes, actually, because that's hitting
Yes.
9 minutes just about now, so it was only the 2 minutes they docked from the race. Looks like Christopher Wilkinson may have had some issues out there, though, I'm afraid to say. He's not crossed the timing line to finish this. He just does so now, so he's had an issue. Look at this, side by side between Humphries and Gordon Huntley there.
Oh, Gordon Huntley trying to keep his nose in there. Just going to have to squeeze him out at the apex. And he has squeezed him out all the way onto the grass, it looks like. I think that was who he was battling with. Or possibly was someone just further behind. We'll confirm that when they come over the start-finish line of who drops down the order there. But finding your way onto the wet grass, it was never ideal.
William Henn, I think it was William Henn.
You must be right.
In the 41, who's managed to recover and immediately get into a 3-wide battle into the S's, as you do. And someone's having to go rallycross there. And can he rejoin nice and securely? Yes, he can. That was the 65 having to take to the grass there of Alex Brooks.
Down the inside goes Gordon Huntley once again. And through he goes. A few drivers onto the grass.
That's
Going to be an accident.
not going to work. Oh, dearie me. And it's just getting a little bit scruffy there. And I'll tell you what, we were lucky that it was only the one driver who came to a stop there.
William Henn penalty. Not sure if that was for that. I think that was slightly further down, wasn't it, in the 41? Or was it? No, he is very much
William
involved
Henn
in
is
this
the
battle.
41.
So he is very much involved in this battle. So possibly for that. Dan Hillier gets a penalty as well. ABC takeout.
Yeah, and it was Marcus
So that's
Allen.
for that. Oh, someone's gone very wide there at Billy's Blind. In the blue race suit and blue helmet. Drops down 2 or 3 positions there to the middle of that pack. So that would be near in the bottom of the top 10.
Yeah, he could just be a little bit cleaner out there at the moment for my money.
Charlie Humphries gets himself a penalty as well. Restart off the grass for the number 35. So, yeah, not ideal race start for the drivers here in the Junior Lightweight B final. But just starting to, well, relatively calm down to what it was for those first few laps. But this battle at the front continues. Still led by the 120, but maybe not for long. Here comes the 11 of Hillier. Up the inside he goes and through in the S's, up to P2. And points forward as well. Let's work together now. I've overtaken you. But instead gets a little bit of bump in the backside there and tries to squeeze his way through. Does the 120, lets him back through, but might lose a position because 41's trying it. That was late. A little bit of a tap on the inside. Holds it there, gets 1 position, might get 2. Will the 41 of William Henn has to just sit behind there, so does indeed get 1 position up to 4th.
Yeah, other moves further down as well. Armandar is back at Negra, and Muhaj have just got past Castle Joseph and Carlo, so good battle there. And Flame Aricola has just got by on Alex Brooks. Although, say that, there's been an issue out there for Nakalo and Aricola. They're both dropping down the order. So I'm afraid to say I think those two have had some kind of incident out there. Keeping an eye on the penalties maybe here, because there's a fair few dropping back. Yeah, straight to the back of the field, I'm afraid. Well, Nakalo's passed the timing beacon in 20th. Flame Aricola, I'm afraid, is down in 23rd now. So, we have 5.5 minutes left on the clock here. Joe Craddock leads this one by 3.78 seconds. Dan Hillier in the number 11 is the next driver down the order. And here we're looking at this battle ultimately over 4th place. William Henn currently in that position in the 41.
You can Tell that I'm a journalist, not an engineer. I tried to sort our light problem and failed miserably. So we're just going to have to turn the screen and deal with it for now. But yeah, you can see a lot of the drivers squinting as they go through Billy's blind, just trying to see where the track even goes here. But this battle very much continuing for second place, with Hillier still leading us in P2, I should say, as Craddock has now got a nice 4-second gap at the front. A little bit of dicing there in behind as well. Oh, and that was quite wide from William Henn there in 4th place. Not going to get the best exit. Leaves himself open to attack on the 106 of Henry Clark. But no, Henry Clark can't quite get his way through that and has to stick behind in 5th for now. Another penalty for Charlie Humphreys, this time for an overtake under yellow for Charlie. As he's up to 18th now, but getting one of those overtakes done under the yellow flags. Can't be doing that.
No, absolutely. We're going to go with that for the lighting solution in the comms box for the time being. See how we get on with that.
I think you've done a good job there. Much better than my attempt.
If it's any consolation, I suck at journalism. So there we go. So 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Fastest lap of the race from William Henn in his pursuit here of Hudson Gordon Huntley in that 3rd place. As frenetic racing going on here over that final spot that will get you into the B final. Dan Hillier currently sits in the pound seats in that number 11 car with driver with the black helmet and the blue race suit. Who is going to back? Once again, we see the driver who's going to win the A final at the moment, at least, with a comfortable lead, and then this battle that has to go on for the final promotion spot. It's interesting how that's been the way it's played out in both of our B finals.
Indeed it has. William Henn up to 3rd place on that last lap. Also sets the fastest lap of the race, a 41.961. One of only 2 drivers into the 41s. Alongside him, Harry Clark, I should say, in 5th place. And there we see a couple of drivers battling. That's Henn versus Hillier, I think. And that just gets him back there. It's the... struggling to even see the numbers now with the light. Let's have a look. It's the 11 and the 41 indeed. So it is Hillier defending on Henn. Henn was all over him through that past lap, but not able to quite prise the door open. Alex Brooks from P10 gets a penalty as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go, though. This is the battle. Absolutely for the final promotion spot. Henn has a line up the inside of the hairpin. He's going to go for it. Is he going to be able to keep that one together? They stay side by side. Look out for Hudson Gordon Huntley behind them as well. Still side by side. And that is lovely from Hillier to get back into that position. Here it is, though. It's turning into a 5-car battle as well, because Harry Clark and Elliot Baker are joining the party as well. Side by side here between Hillier and Henn. This bags you the last spot on the last race of the day's grid. And there's a little tap. Now what's that going to count as in race control? As Gordon Huntley is having a look and gets by. And that is the number 120 of Hudson Gordon Huntley up into 2nd place. But it's not over yet. William Henn is keeping his foot in this one. But he can't make anything stick going into the hairpin. Behind them, that looks to me like Harry Clark has got by on Dan Hillier as well. But Hillier's fighting back through the horseshoe and has got back past him. This is fantastic stuff here in our B final for the junior lightweights.
This is so close. 5 drivers and anyone could take this final spot in the A final. Who's it going to be? Last lap.
Last lap indeed. Joe Craddock is some 4 seconds up the road from all of this. But at the moment it is Hudson Gordon Huntley. But there's William Henn having a look, and he's disregarding the ruling about going side by side through the chicane.
To be fair.
They both make it through. Absolutely, that's fair. And look out for Dan Hillier coming around the outside. Round the outside of the hairpin. Can he make it stick? It's going to go 3 wide here. He's going to have the inside for the horseshoe. Dan Hillier goes side by side with Gordon Huntley, and he's through. He's up into 2nd place. Joe Craddock has rounded the final corner already. He's heading for the line. Who's going to join him in the A final? It's going to be the number 11 of Dan Hillier. What a drive, what a move to take himself back into the crucial 2nd place that will mean that that's not the last we see of him here at Clay Pigeon today. Elliot Baker, Hudson Gordon-Huntley, William Henn, Harry Clark, Edgar Armendariz Bocanegra. It was then Jonel Muhaj, Giovanni Castle-Joseph and Owen Camber round out your top 10. But what a move from Dan Hillier to get himself keep his foot in the door there.
That was the most amazing move I've seen here today, for sure, from Dan Hillier. Take a bow, son. That was fantastic. What a move. And not only a move to grab a second place, but also to grab the final spot in the A final. Going for a move like that around the outside for such a big meaning is amazing. So fair play to Dan Hillier.
Absolutely. Right. Next up here at Clay Pigeon is our A final for our cadets.